I'll get my ticket to see that guy.
Evening, and it is scheduled for one fall.
Do you still have your ticket from the Danny King concert?
I sure do.
This very one right here.
Danny King, one half of the New Texas Pro Tag Team Champions, going up against Just Nick tonight. Just Nick and his tag team partner, Kenny Calypso, earned the right to be #1 contenders last time here at Texas Contender Series. And Just Nick is about to get a taste of Danny King. Look at that.
Well, here you see Danny King.
Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by his tag team partner, Casey Kareem, and our personal bodyguard, Mr. Mundo. They are from the Dream World. He is one half of the New Texas Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion, the Dreamboat, Danny King.
You know, Dan, I know it's been a minute since I've been here at Texas Contender Series, but to gift someone a birthday present in the form of another person,
A bodyguard.
is something strange.
Yep. Danny King, dressed like a frosted wild berry Pop-Tart.
He sure is. I used to love those things.
What bar is Danny King? The best Pop-Tart.
I liked the watermelon ones.
You would.
Strawberry's good too.
You are so vanilla, Trent.
Have you seen me?
Unfortunately, yeah. There's my other Ipecac clip. Nick, the Frenchman.
Oh my goodness.
And his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Kenny Calypso from the Church of What's Happening, Just Nick.
With Just Nick here in one-on-one action, being accompanied to the ring by his Just Vibin' partner, Kenny Calypso, whom we haven't quite seen the same Just Vibin' on the same page as we've seen in the past, and here recently, as Nick and Kenny seem to have some miscommunications, way more than what we've seen.
Well, I think it was all coming to a head. They were able to survive their last matchup to get this #1 contendership match down the road. But I think ever since that throw in the towel match that Just Nick had with Father O'Day, which is available now on IWTV at Texas Indie Showcase 4, where Kenny Calypso threw in the towel for Just Nick, causing him to lose his shot at the Texas Contender Series Championship in one of the most brutal matches that I have ever called.
Well, at that point, it was a matter of, is this man's career going to continue, or do I just let him continue to get brutalized and punished? And Kenny was looking out for the well-being of his friend, to some degree, as Nick was absolutely in a bad position. In some way, Kenny could possibly say he saved the career of Nick, but Nick, we're glad to see Nick back in action.
But is it what Nick wanted?
I'm sure
Would Nick want Kenny to throw in that towel?
I'm sure.
We saw what happened. You were there, Trent.
I know I was there.
I think that guy who just won tickets was there.
Probably. I'm sure Nick didn't want to lose the Contender Series championship, but there's always another day. Nick will have another shot down the road, and Kenny was looking for the best. Kenny was looking out for his partner and his well-being. And I think Nick and Kenny have had a conversation about that, and I'm sure it's been expressed to Nick. And I'm sure Nick knows that. And thankfully, Nick we're able to see here in action here in our main event contest tonight. And championship gold could possibly be in the future of Just Vibin' on August the 25th, as they will challenge the Dream Team for those new Texas Pro Tag Team titles.
Now, there's been a couple other times when those two haven't been on the same page. They actually wrestled for the Texas Contender Series championships 2 times against each other.
They did, and I mean, it was, as we saw in both those contests, Dans, it was sportsmanship, not necessarily a battle to see who was better, but it was...
Would you call sportsmanship Kenny Calypso refusing to shake Just Nick's hand?
Well, that goes back to what I mentioned earlier. We haven't quite seen these guys on the same page as we usually do. And I know that Kenny had a stretch of bad luck there when it came to championship matches, but Kenny's found a way to bounce back from that.
We don't know. We haven't seen him in a championship match since. He could still be in that downward spiral. He was lucky enough to get a championship matchup with Just Nick, but heck, as far as I'm concerned, that was all Just Nick. Kenny's just tagging along for the ride.
Oh, I don't think that's the case
I think Kenny's
at all.
going to blow it for him.
These guys have been together for quite some time, and I know that even brothers will fight here and there. But nonetheless, they've still been able to stay together and keep the eyes on the prize, being championship gold, as Just Nick here, after that Spanish fly, getting an armbar. Danny King wisely getting a roll-up out of it. Oh, and there's a big drop kick sending King to the opposite corner.
Now look at those two. That's a real team. Those are real brothers.
Well, those are what...
And they're always on the same page. That's why they have those championship belts, Trent.
That's what I was going to say. They are the champions.
Because they won that all-for-one, one-for-all tournament. And dethroned Culture Shock.
That they did back at Super Texas Contender Series 5. The Dream Team winning the new Texas Pro Tag Team titles. And Just Nick looking to send a message here to one half of those champions in the form of victory here tonight, getting some momentum for his team.
Casey Kareem up on the apron there.
Distracting Nick momentarily as Nick rolls through, ducking the line, catches King, and a body slam center of the ring. And Just Nick
needs a watch.
But Casey Kareem distracting Nick, and now with a backstabber from King on Nick. There's a cover. Only a 2 count there.
Kenny Calypso arguing with the referee, telling him to admonish Casey Kareem for something that the referee didn't see.
Side Russian leg sweep there from Danny King. Interesting roll up. Now Nick, you saw, trying to shake the cobwebs out. He tries to get back up to his feet from the corner. Danny King with a big knee to the midsection. Taking the fight right after Nick. Stomping him down is one half of the tag team champions. And now with the referee's back turn, Casey Kareem getting involved again. Come on, ref, turn around.
Danny King arguing with the referee. And for a good reason as well. That's what I'm paying attention to.
I know the referee can't call what they don't see, but Casey Kareem taking advantage of that. They have so much before in the past. One of the many reasons why they are the tag team champions is Danny King dishing a vicious backbreaker. Right on the ribs there. Big high elbow drop, center of the ring, now capitalizing with a cover.
Danny King showing Just Nick if he could grandstand and hot dog. Damn it, Danny King can do it too, and do it with the best of them.
Danny King definitely doesn't shy away from telling everybody how highly he thinks of himself as he tosses Nick down to the floor on the outside. Once again, the referee's back is turned, and Casey Kareem is right there. And a boot of doom connects.
Oh, boot of doom to the outside.
And now Kenny coming around, seeing to the aid. Casey didn't see it, and now Kenny taking the fight to Kareem here on the outside. Face on the apron goes the Dream Keeper. And now the referee seeing the melee out on the outside, and now is tossing Kenny out of the ring. Kenny has been ejected. The referee hadn't seen what Casey Kareem had been doing, only caught Kenny with a smoking gun in hand, and now, and now Casey Kareem has been ejected. Justice has been served.
How is that justice, Trent?
Casey Kareem has been involved in this match almost as he was in it himself. Oh, and now Kenny coming after the Dream Keeper. The fight going down on the outside, spilling out into the back. And now Danny King and Just Nick here one-on-one. Danny King didn't see the discus forearm to the face. Oh, Just Nick saying, watch this, Stephen Wolf. I could overhear that big high drop kick. Now a cover.
Just a 2. Danny King, Danny knows what's on the line here. Just Nick, former Texas Contender Series champion. Going to be challenging for his tag team title. Danny King has got to show Nick who's boss, and he's not going to be able to do it. Whoa!
Oh, got caught right there with a code breaker. Only a 2 count. As Danny King was hoping that was it right there. And Nick holding his jaw after the effects of that devastating code breaker. Danny King with a knee to the back.
See, just what I was saying. Show him who's boss, Danny.
And there, as we saw earlier, Danny King with that leg hold, squeezing on the midsection of Nick. Issuing pain on the ribs in that back section, as you said before, Dan, making it difficult to breathe.
Want to know who runs the tag team division? It's the Dream Team. Just Nick able to get out of that predicament with a couple of back elbows as he climbs the ropes, trying to get back to his vertical base. Danny King already up, going to go back to assault Just Nick. We got a whip in a reverse. Danny King against the ropes, ducks the line, caught the line. And the two are going at it again. Just Nick getting the better of that strike exchange, whipping off Danny King. Ducks the line, double line.
And now both men are down. So referee begins his count.
Crowd firmly behind the former Texas Contender Series champion, and one half of Just Vibin', Just Nick, as Danny King shaking off the cobwebs and getting back up. And Danny King is not happy, but here comes Just Nick. Big line.
Off the ropes goes Nick. Oh, just throwing his whole body into Danny King to take him down.
Just Nick will do whatever it takes. He'll take whatever risk he needs to take. Use every single part of his body as an offensive weapon. And here is that lion salt. Look, Ma, no hands. We got to cover. Just a 2 count.
There you see the look on both individuals, as both of them thought this match could have possibly been over right there. As Just Nick going right back to work, trying to move Danny King into position here, as Nick looking to go to the high rent district.
Nick wants to put this away.
Nick holding on to his head, as we've seen Nick utilize those high headbutts. But Danny King coming over, knocking Nick off the ropes there to take advantage and now seize the momentum of this match. Danny King looking for a devastating move here, connecting.
That sliced bread almost did it from Danny King. had that top rope headbutt scouted. Thought he was going to get away with that one, but just Nick, the tenacity of the former champion coming out in this big main event here. Danny King putting the boots to Just Nick, who's going to be challenging him and Casey Kareem for those new Texas Pro Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, that mic drop didn't do it for Danny King right there as he was looking for the Undreamier as Nick shoves him into the corner. Coming in hot. Oh, whoa. Big elbow connecting to the head of Nick.
Nick's on Dream Street. Pardon the pun.
Rear waist lock. Now roll up, shoulders down. And Nick, as you saw, Dan, momentarily, I saw right there holding his head. Looks like Nick is still favoring the devastation that he sustained from Father O'Day back at Texas Indie Showcase 4. And now wheelbarrow lifted up into a neck breaker. My goodness. Danny King retreating to the outside wisely.
Mr. Mundo
trying to regroup.
Ominously standing there with those tag team championships as, whoa, Just Nick going up top.
Oh, a moonsault
God.
From the outside onto Danny King, my goodness. And Just Nick in full control of this matchup. But a high risk, high reward maneuver to the outside, connecting.
There,
And now the referee checking in on Danny King.
What's Mr. Mundo doing?
And Mr. Mundo right there pulling as the Boba shot lariat was there, and now throwing Nick face first into the turnbuckle post. Danny King distracting the referee long enough where Mundo tossed Nick back in, and now Danny King is there to pick up the scraps. Danny King, Undreamier. And this match is over.
Here is your winner, one half of the new Texas Pro Tag Team Champions, Danny King.
Danny King, along with help from his personal bodyguard, Mr. Mundo, seizing the victory in our main event here tonight as the Dreamkeeper, Casey Kareem, comes out to celebrate.
What a tremendous performance from one half of the new Texas Pro Tag Team Champions, Danny King, as Kenny Calypso also comes back out.
Now Kenny checking in on his partner.
Kenny Calypso checking on Just Nick.
The Dream Team stands tall here tonight at TCS 39 as Kenny and our official helping Nick to the back. That brutal attack face first into that turnbuckle post from Mr. Mundo gives the assist and the opening for Danny King to hit on Prettier and seize the victory here for himself, and the Dream Team stands tall. My goodness.
Hey, 14 days left.
That is true. 14 days. The end is near, as the 8th day have told us in Father O'Day, and that is going to wrap things up here at Texas Contender Series 39, ladies and gentlemen. For Dan Miller, I'm the Professor Trent Gilbo. We will see you next time at Texas Contender Series.